Hi everybody, it's Iris here. I am right now filming Christmas activities that you said you want. So here it is. Right, so Christmas activities. Right, so I use this with my P2, P3, and P6. So P2, P3 are around age 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so 6 to 9. Because 6, 7, around 6, 7, 8 is P2, and then 8, 9 is P3. So then P6 are the last one of the primaries. So they are around 11, 10, 11 P6. So yeah, let's take a look. The Christmas activities. I start the class with normally with the little ones. I start the class with like coloring, so like some easy activities, for them to set the mood of okay, we are not at home anymore. We are not on the way. We are in the classroom. So to set the mood for about 15 minutes. So I do that, and I have the coloring pages as well. I'll share it later. So I do that. After that, we play some games. So there are some online games. Again, it's in here. I will show you later. We play some online games. After that, so so they already have the so you already set the theme, right? They already know today we're gonna do something about Christmas because all the coloring is about Christmas, and then all the games, all the online activities is about Christmas as well. So they already know that what they're going to learn. And then I said, okay, who's this? Some of them say Reindeer, and then some of my kids actually know his name. So then, and oh yeah, and then I was asking them like, okay, what color is it? And then, what does it have? Like body parts, and then it goes, it's got 2 ears, it's got 2 eyes, and a red nose, and because both my P2s and P1s, they already learn our body parts in animals, so it's also like a revision. uh, and then I wrote it down on the board, which they will need later in the lesson. And then I told them, okay, yes, this is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So if you are very familiar with that, Rudolph Red-Nosed and Reindeer, so this is the link. This is a YouTube link. And then what I did was the first 5 sentences, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and then it has a shiny nose, and then it glows in the dark, whatever, right? 5 sentences. So I cut them into 5 different sentences. Oh no, I think there were 8 of them. So 8 sentences, but like short. And then I stick them outside of the classroom. So they do a running dictation with pairs or 3 people. I mean, two in a group or 3 in a group. So they do the running dictation, and then I ask them to number them. So which one comes first? So Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, most of the P2s and P3s, they cannot do it. They are a bit too small for that. And after that, I give them the cut up papers of the first 2 paragraphs of Rudolph Red-Nosed Reindeer, not the whole song, like 1.5 song. I give them that, and then I play the song. Then they listen to the song, and then they put these in order. And they could do it really well, surprisingly. But you need to pause and then go back and check with them and check what they are doing in different groups. Yeah, you got to do that though, but they can do it. Uh, after they do that, only after they do that, I teach them the words. They already know these as well. And then I go, okay, sleigh, sleigh, sleigh. And then I was asking them, okay, so who gets on the sleigh? And they will say, Santa. And then Santa and what other things? And they will say like gifts and presents. And then here, Santa and gifts. This one is pretty tricky. This is actually my picture for glow. Most of them, like, they wouldn't have any idea, but doesn't matter. It just, say like glow. This is glow. This one, some of them said London, which is like, well done. Yes, London. And then some of them said, foggy. I said, yes, foggy. So that was it, 4 words. And then we did the song together. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw it, you would even say it close. And then we sang along a couple of times. After that, I give them a break. So they come back from the break. Then I already had my reindeer headband on, right? The reindeer, this picture, I will send it to you as well. I have all these ones saved. So this reindeer saved. So we are making a reindeer headband, and they were so excited, super excited. Actually, what okay, top tips, young learner teachers, especially the smaller. If you have a smaller one, you need to think of at like the easiest way possible, like what they can achieve in a short period of time and doable, and not too many steps, right? So first step, this is what I do, so they already got these. So they have to show me their colors and scissors and a glue stick, which they already know they are supposed to bring them, because of normally we give them these things, we provide them these things. But since COVID, we ask them to bring their own, but still, some kids don't. So so we do that. And then steps. Okay, so step 1, color the reindeer neatly. So step 1, I give them the color paper. I mean, for the reindeer worksheet, the reindeer picture, so they can color it. And then I give them a time. I ask them first, okay, how many minutes do you need to color it? And so they choose, right? They said 5. Okay, all right, 5 minutes. So I put a timer on, and then they start coloring. Of course, some of them don't finish it, but then doesn't matter. If they don't finish it, it's okay. Yeah. If they don't finish it, just leave it. It was like, okay, that's all right. You can do it later. Yeah, don't. Yeah, that's okay. Do it. And then step number 2, cut the reindeer carefully, right? So cut the reindeer carefully, and then they'll be cutting. Again, put the timer on 5 minutes. If some kids are struggling with cutting, just go and help them. After that, stick the reindeer on the brown band slowly. All right, here, brown band is actually recycled paper. It's brown recycled paper. So I cut them, not me. My amazing YLAs, young learner assistants, they cut all these recycled brown paper this big and probably this long. So they cut them in strips. So one thing is very good is recycled paper. 2 is you need to do it before, right? You cannot get them to cut anything. So then it takes forever. And then I show them, okay, so this is the paper. Where are you going to cut it? So you need to get your instructions very, very clear and short. If your instructions long, they cannot remember. And remember to do the concept checking questions, right? What? Are you going to stick it here? No. Stick it here? Yes. And then so personally, I cannot take noises. Some teachers can take noise, they'd be screaming, running. It's fine. I cannot. So what I do is, this is when I tell them, when you finish, put your hand up. Teacher and the YLA, so myself and my amazing YLAs, we will come and help you, because I don't want them saying like, finish, teacher, finish. I don't want them to be doing it, at the same time. So when they finish sticking, they put their hand up. So then I go over, measure their head, and then just staple it 3 times. And then ta-da! They got their reindeer headband. So it was a success. I was so happy with that. And that is really achievable as well. And some of them go like, oh no, teacher, we don't want it here. We want it as a belt. So they're like, okay, fine, all right. Okay, so I measured their waist and then staple it for their waist. So yeah, kids, right? They like to just do, silly stuff, and then it's fine. So yeah, that's the main thing. And then so while they were coloring it, some of them they color the reindeer with the unicorn. Yeah, with the unicorn, rainbow colors. Um, Reindeer purple. I was like, yeah, do it, whatever it is. You don't, kids, right? Their creativity. Like it, yeah, it doesn't have to be brown. If you want it green, color it green. If you want it purple, color it purple. So I encourage it. I shut them down by saying, oh, why is it orange? Why is it rainbow? So I encourage it by saying, oh, look, so colorful, very nice, beautiful, very colorful reindeer. I just, yeah, whatever it is. If there is blue, if they want to color the reindeer blue, go ahead. So yeah, they do that. They were so happy with that. And then if you still have time, and so just do the little bit of revision as well. They have done it before, especially with my kids. And then they have their reindeer's name. I told them, not Rudolph. Rudolph is not your reindeer, not Rudolph. So come up with a name. So they come up with whatever, Cocoa Pop or whatever. Yeah, so many different names. They do that. And then I said, okay, what's your reindeer color? And they go, she is blue and purple. He is brown and orange. And then body parts, he's got, she's got. I already remember, right, at the beginning of the lesson, I already asked them, what does a reindeer have? And then they already learned words like hooves, antlers, tail, right, fur. So these ones, they can write that. And then adjectives. Your reindeer very kind, very silly, very pretty, very strong. And so they already know these words. So put that in here. And then I like my reindeer because, so this is for my P2s, right? P2s of course, they are younger and then they don't have, their language is not very strong yet. And then the same activity, this is for my P3, the same activity. So because differentiation, right? For P3, these are so easy. They would just copy and then, finish the sentence. So easy. So this is for my P3. The name of my reindeer, they have to write it in sentences. My reindeer's name is, my reindeer is, whatever color. My reindeer's got. So the same thing, right? All right, so that's it. That's the end of the lesson. And then if you still have time, they can sing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer again for 100 times. All right. So this is what I use with P2 and P3, right? Okay, my P6 higher level, they can speak English very well. And then and then age as well. They are going to be teenagers pretty soon. And especially my group, I have very, very strong kids. So this is what I do. So they still make the reindeer bands and everything. They still love it. All these. I have boys. I have 12 boys, no girls, that whole class. Actually, they are amazing. And then they like me. Funny. At the beginning when I found out that, oh my God, I'm teaching all, early teenage boys. Like, what am I gonna do? But then, it turned out to be better. Yeah, they are lovely kids. Okay, so, and all of them got smartphones. So I asked them to scan this. Then I give them things to read. All right, so you know what? The funny thing is, we all know Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, but have you ever thought of whether Rudolph was bullied? When right now, I mean, not right now, a few days ago, once I started to plan this lesson, that's when I thought, oh my God, Rudolph's being bullied because he's different. Like the other reindeers laugh at him and call him names, and then don't invite him to reindeer games because he's got a red nose. Until Santa say, "Hey, you've got a glowing red nose. You can guide my sleigh." And then all the other reindeers accept him. So it's actually, it's a story about bullying. That's what I thought. And then I did some digging. So I found some good articles on history, on the Times, and so this one is an article from the Times, like what the story is about. And then I found out that Rudolph was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Is that it's it's like the Christmas thing, isn't it? And it was written by a Jewish writer. It's so it's these things, and it's a sad story actually. Well, if you read it, you'll know. So you can just scan this one, and then their language is pretty strong already, right? But the Times magazines is written for adults, and it's not graded at all. So that's why I only ask them to read the first 3 paragraphs. I don't ask them to read the whole thing. It's going to be too much for their level. And then that's it, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 questions. They did that. After that, they have to write Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Part 2. So, they have to come up with their own stories, like Part 2, what happens. And so these are my examples, right? Rudolph will stand up for herself or himself. And Rudolph wouldn't let anyone bully him or her because she's different, because he's different. So these are my examples. Bullying, everybody, now that I'm at it, bullying is not only physical thing, right? When you call someone else names, that's bullying. And when you don't include kids, when you don't include kids, that's also bullying. So there are so many different ways of bullying. I believe, like bullying doesn't have a place in my classroom. No, I would never let that happen. So yeah, and then they did that, and that's so funny. Some of them came up with random stories. Again, like only 5 sentences. I asked them to write 5 sentences. And then yeah, one Rudolph is a gangster, and one is a drunk. And it was just so funny, the stories that they came up with. My kids are amazing. So then yeah, that was it. And then they love the song. I thought, oh, okay, it might be too old. I mean, they might be a bit too old for Rudolph, but no, they loved it. And then yeah, that was it. So yeah, when I said games, right? So these Word War is amazing, everybody. Word War games, play this game, use these. Yeah, at British Council, we've got interactive whiteboards, so the kids can actually tap on the board. If you don't have that, I'm not too sure. Like, well, you can do definitely online, but then you've got to think of other games. So this is for P1, P2, P3, like lower levels. This one's for the higher levels, P5 and P6. All right, and images are taken from these sites. And I will share, people, I will give you the link of PDF file like this one. I will give you the PDF file so you can just take a look. Okay. And I will show you what, yeah. I will show you the coloring pages. Again, the coloring pages are the ones that I want to color. And then I did. I colored 2. Actually, I have it somewhere else. I'll show you in a bit. So look at this one. Right. So they color these. Also, this is the Rudolph one. Okay. Yeah, that's it, everybody. I hope you find it useful. Please, comment below, please, if you find this useful. Love, like, share, comment, tag. All right, and then write in the comments below of what you think, or if you have a question to ask, let me know. Bye, everybody. See you in the next video.